Hello everyone. I welcome all class 10 students in this session. Today I am going to discuss with you how the sex of the child is determined in human being. Before that, I would like to discuss with you about the genes. Mendel was the first scientist to visualize a gene as a unit of inheritance in 1866. He called it unit factor. The word gene was introduced by Johansen in 1909. But before 1950, our knowledge about the genes was based on the studies conducted on the fruit fly and some higher plants. It was then considered as the unit of inheritance. Genes are nothing but the segments of DNA on a chromosome occupying a specific positions. For example, in human being, 46 chromosomes are there, and on that 30 to 40,000 genes are present. So, gene is a segment of DNA molecule which has coded information to form a particular protein in the cell. This protein can function either as a structural protein or as functional protein, that is, enzymes. So, on the basis of modern molecular concept, a gene is a heredity unit and a segment of DNA having specific sequences of nucleotides that determines its biological functions. Now, according to Mendel interpretations, both parents contribute equally to the DNA of the offsprings during sexual reproduction. Both parents help in determining the traits in the progeny. Both parents contribute a copy of each of same genes, and both male and female gametes have only one set of all genes. So, genes occur in a number of chromosomes, and the number of chromosomes in every organism is fixed, and they exist in pairs. For example, in human being, the pair of chromosomes in male we express as XY, and in female we express as XX. So each cell has two copies of each chromosome called homologous chromosome. When the germ cells are formed, every germ cell receives one chromosome from each pair of chromosomes. These may be either maternal or paternal origin. When male and female germ cells combine during fertilization, normal number of chromosomes in the progeny is restored, ensuring the stability of the DNA in the species. Now let us discuss how the sex is determined in a child. It is the mechanism by which the sex of a child is determined as it begins life. In human being, they are sexually dimorphic, having separate sexes and a specific pair of chromosomes in each diploid cell determines the sex of the child. These are called sex chromosomes. All other chromosomes are called autosomes, as they have genes which control the somatic, that is, body characters. The two members of each of homologous autosomes are similar in shape and size, but the sex chromosome in human being, they are different in male and female. There are 46 chromosomes. Of these, 44 or 22 pairs are autosomes and 2 or 1 pair are sex chromosomes. The sex chromosome in human being as well as in Drosophila fruit fly is of two types, X chromosome and Y chromosome. In a human male individual contains one X chromosome and one Y chromosome, forming XY combination, and they are called heteromorphic or heterogametic because the male produces two different kinds of gametes. That is, 50% of the gamete is X chromosome or X sperm and 50% of the gamete is Y chromosome or Y sperms. That's why the male are called heterogametic. But the human female individual consists of two similar X chromosomes forming XX combination. So they are called homomorphic sex chromosome due to their same shape and size, and female produces same type of gametes in the ovum or egg cell. So the female is known as homogametic. So the sex of the child is determined at the time of fertilization when male and female gamete fuses to form the zygote, diploid zygote. Male and female gametes are haploid in nature because it contains half the number of chromosomes, that is 23 only. In zygote, the 46 chromosome restored to maintain the DNA in the progeny. Now what happens if a sperm carrying X chromosome fertilizes an ovum, the female gamete, carrying X chromosome, then the offspring will be a girl child, making the combination of XX in the offspring. But if a sperm carrying Y chromosome fertilizes an ovum which has X chromosome, then the offspring will be a boy or a male child. This is because the offspring will have XY combinations of the sex chromosome. So, we can say that the sex of the child is determined by the type of sperm that fuses with the ovum at the time of fertilization. Therefore, 50% chance of a male child and a 50% chance of a female child being born. But the father is responsible to determine the sex of the child, as they are heterogametic. Sometimes environmental factors also play a role in determining the sex in certain animals. For example, a turtle, Chrysema picta, in this species, high incubation temperature, that is above 33 degrees Celsius, it results in the development of the female progeny. And if the temperature is below 28 degrees Celsius, it produces the male progeny. Another example, a lizard, Agema. In this species, high incubation temperature results in male progeny, whereas low temperature below 28 degrees Celsius produces only the females. But in snails, individual can change sex, indicating the sex is not genetically determined. In this case, snail's case. In plants, genetic basis of sex determination exists, but it is different from that of animals. So, thank you for this session.